Next, I would like to welcome my dear friend Arya Swamy. Arya Swamy is a 7th grader that goes to North Andover Middle School, also known as NAMS. She loves reading and dancing and robotics. She has attended many robotics competitions and states. She learns Bharatanatyam from her guru, Jayanti Katraju, and she also participates in Bollywood dancing. She has attended many associations like IAMV and Tamil Makal Mandram and dances with her friends. In her free time, she likes listening to music, dancing, and reading. Arya Swamy is a huge fan of the Rick Riordan books. She loves reading The Olympian and the Percy Jackson series. Arya has a younger sister, Advika, who is 6 years old that goes to Franklin Elementary School. Please welcome Arya Swamy.
Thank you, Cynthia, for your wonderful speech and introduction. In my opinion, recycling rocks. Did you know that the human brain starts the moment you are born and stops right when you have to speak in front of people? Hi, my name is Arya Swamy. And today, I hope by the end of my speech, you'll all be sitting at the edge of your seats. Hopefully it's because you're actually interested in my speech and not just because you want to run away. But anyways, today I'm going to be talking about something very important in our lives. The reason we are here right now. Today I'm going to be talking about public speaking. The topics I'm going to be covering are what I was like before I went to public speaking classes, how I conquered my fears of public speaking, how I feel I've improved taking these public speaking classes, and lastly, some interesting facts I've learned about myself through public speaking. Now moving on to my first topic, what it was like before I went to public speaking classes. Whenever I had to present or talk in front of my class, I always felt nervous. I would say a couple words and I would say or It was sort of like writer's block, but in this case I think it would be speaker's block. I would practice really hard, but at least one or would sneak its way into my speech. Whenever I spoke in front of my class, or to anyone for that matter, I would digress from the topic. How I conquered my fears of public speaking. First, my parents recognized my area of opportunity, which was public speaking. Then, with the guidance and support of Grace Uncle, who gave me great feedback for every single speech that I did, I feel like I've improved. I also try not to use the words or that often too. I've learned to make my speech concise and not long so the audience does not get bored. There was this speaker that was saying a speech to a lot of people. He finished his speech and then he started saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, so sorry. I don't have a watch with me to tell the time." A person in the front row then said, "No, yeah, you don't have a watch, but there is a calendar behind you."
Oh my gosh.
This shows just one of the ways why being concise is so important. I now know the importance of preparation. I would write my speech, and then I would recite it to myself, timing myself to see how long it took me to say my speech. This reminds me of the 5 P's of success. Proper planning prevents poor performance. After these past few weeks, I definitely feel like I've improved. First is very obvious. I haven't been saying any more ums or ahs, and I don't digress from the topic that much either. I normally would say this a bunch of stuff, but I now am concise too. I've also become more confident and comfortable speaking in front of people. For example, in my class, when I have to present something, my teacher's always looking for volunteers. And guess what? I'm always the first one to volunteer now. I realized as I've become more comfortable and confident that I'm pretty good at voice modulation, even though I don't really think about it. I guess it comes naturally to me. I've also realized that even though I write short speeches, I can talk about that topic for about 6 to 8 minutes, even though normally the speech would only be maybe 5 minutes. Last but not least, I'm going to be talking about some interesting facts about myself that I've learned through public speaking. I've learned that I'm really good at talking on the spot. In public speaking class, we do something called 2-minute speeches. In these 2-minute speeches, somebody gives us a topic, a random topic, and we have no time to think about what we're gonna say. One time, I think it was my first class, I got the topic of beards. And I'm not gonna say who it was, but someone sitting over there. I know, right? Not the best topic to talk about, but surprisingly I managed, ranting on about all the different types of beards. Once I even heard a man say, "With a great beard comes great responsibility."
Oh, that's nice.
Today, I talked about what I was like before I went to public speaking classes, how I conquered my fears of public speaking, how I feel I've improved taking these public speaking classes, and lastly, some interesting facts I've learned about myself through public speaking. So, now, remember how I talked about the 5 P's of success?
Yeah.
Do you guys know it?
Yeah.
What are they?
Proper planning.
Proper planning.
Prevents poor
Prevents poor performance.
performance.
Okay.
I think that gentleman passes the course.
So as many of you guys said, it's proper planning prevents poor performance. Thank you for this opportunity and taking your time to come here to listen to all of our speeches. I've had a lot of fun these past few weeks, and I'm looking forward to using what I learned throughout my whole life. I hope that all of you guys enjoyed my speech, and if not, I suppose that you had a good nap. Remember, like Steve Jobs says, stay hungry, stay foolish. Thank you.